Welcome back to Anxiety Part 2. Um, so, last week we talked about what anxiety is, what it feels like, how to identify it, and then remember, please, if you struggle severely with anxiety, please talk to someone. Talk to someone. Get help. Now, this week, obviously, like we're coming up on October, there's a big holiday coming up, so I thought, why not talk about Thanksgiving? Gotcha. It's because it's in the verse this week. But this week, the verse is going to be in Philippians chapter 4, and we're going to be looking at verse 6. So let me read it really quick. It says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God." So straight away it says, don't be anxious about anything. That's kind of a tall order. But then it gives a little, like, here are some tips and suggestions on how to do that. So in every situation, with prayer and petition, right? So we know what prayer is. What is a petition? Well, maybe you signed a petition, but a petition is like asking for something, needing something to change, wanting something to change, and asking for it. So there's prayer and petition. So you can talk to God about your anxiety, and then you can ask Him for what you would like. But then the caveat is with thanksgiving. Now, that's just interesting because how would Thanksgiving take away anxiety? Well, anxiety is like, and again, this is talking about normal anxiety, as in like you don't have an anxiety disorder, but you just are dealing with the stress and worries of everyday life, right? And anxiety is like a stress or a worry or an anxiousness over something going away that we do not want it to go. And Thanksgiving can counteract that because Thanksgiving is an attitude of being thankful for what is, being thankful for what is, right? And I've been thinking a lot about this. This is a difficult posture in life to hold, but just to be thankful that you're even existing and doing whatever it is you're doing, right? Like that in itself is like this amazing miracle. Like we've talked in previous series, like everything that had to happen in the universe to get to the place where you are alive and in the spot that you currently are, right? Like the odds of that are astronomical. And so that we even get to be alive and experiencing what we're experiencing, we can be thankful for that, right? We can be thankful for that. And yes, it's true, things might not always go the way we want them to go, but we can be thankful that there are even things to experience and to enjoy. Um, so I feel like the author is kind of saying, yes, like definitely state your anxieties, ask for what you want to happen, but then be thankful that whatever happens, like that you get to experience that, right? And then finally, it's like give everything to God. That'll be like the last part, and we'll talk more about that actually next week. That idea of like giving it up to God, but it is like make requests known to God. You don't have to keep everything inside, and again, that's why I'm encouraging you. Like, please talk to someone, because even the simple act of a prayer, it's crazy how just saying out loud what you're worried about happening and what you want to happen can just like calm your nerves down, right? Like, I'm scared that this is going to happen and I want this to happen. That simple statement, I'm scared this is going to happen and I want this to happen, can just, it's like, oh, your thoughts are no longer swirling. It's just kind of clear now. It's laid out in front of you. This is what you don't want to happen. This is what you're scared of happening. And this over here, this is what you want to happen. And it's that simple, right? And then ultimately, we're giving that up to God. And we'll talk about that more in our last week of anxiety. So, this week, how can you practice thankfulness in the midst of your anxiety? How can you practice thankfulness in the midst of your anxiety and stress and worry? What are the things that you can be thankful for? And it's just a good practice because it makes you pause in the middle of whatever you're doing and look around and find the things that you can be thankful for. And even that physical act of pausing can help like lower stress, lower anxiety, lower worry. So yeah, find the things you're thankful for. Next week we'll talk about more about the idea of giving it up, right? But that is it for now. I hope you have a non-anxious, stress-free week. Ta-da!